Appendix.6 Light at Evening Time. One of the more moving verses of the Bible is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 7. But it shall be one day which shall be known to the Lord, not day nor night, but it shall come to pass, that at evening time it shall be light. Evening time means the coming of darkness. Zechariah says, however, that God reverses this process and can bring and does manifest light at evening time. The natural order is reversed. Light at evening time is a miracle. What we are told is that this world and history do not follow the government of nature, but of God, the Creator and Lord of all things. When the lights go out all over the world, when history seems headed only into a dead end and total disaster, God brings forth light. He changes the direction of history and regenerates men and redirects events and institutions to fulfill his purposes. Darkness ahead? Of course. Daily, men and nations, by their sins, bring on a great darkness. All around us, the problems abound and increase. Men grow pessimistic about the future, and with good reason. It is precisely in such a darkening evening time that again and again in history, God the Lord has brought forth light. Man's sin is a grim and ugly fact. It dirties history and darkens every age, and ours is more than a little clouded by its blight. The great and ruling fact, however, is not sin, but the Lord. Christ is Lord and King over all things, including sin, death, and darkness. At our evening time, he can bring forth light. For this reason, Paul summons us always to rejoice and in everything to give thanks. Philippians chapter 4, verses 4 and 6. Because our God is he who makes all things work together for good. Romans chapter 8, verse 28. And, at evening time, brings forth light. About the author. Rousseau's John Rushdoony, 1916 to 2001, was a well-known American scholar, writer, and author of over 30 books. He held BA and MA degrees from the University of California and received his theological training at the Pacific School of Religion. An ordained minister, he worked as a missionary among Paiute and Shoshone Indians, as well as a pastor to 2 California churches. He founded the Chalcedon Foundation, an educational organization devoted to research, publishing, and cogent communication of a distinctively Christian scholarship to the world at large. His writing in the Chalcedon Report and his numerous books spawned a generation of believers active in reconstructing the world to the glory of Jesus Christ. For the last 26 years of his life, he resided in Vallecito, California, where he engaged in research, lecturing, and assisting others in the developing of programs to put the Christian faith into action. The Ministry of Chalcedon. Chalcedon is a Christian educational organization devoted exclusively to research, publishing, and cogent communication of a distinctively Christian scholarship to the world at large. It makes available a variety of services and programs, all geared to the needs of interested ministers, scholars, and laymen who understand the propositions that Jesus Christ speaks to the mind as well as the heart, and that his claims extend beyond the narrow confines of the various institutional churches. We exist in order to support the efforts of all Orthodox denominations and churches. Chalcedon derives its name from the Great Ecclesiastical Council of Chalcedon, AD 451, which produced the crucial Christological definition. Therefore, following the Holy Fathers, we all, with one accord, teach men to acknowledge one and the same Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, at once complete in Godhead and complete in manhood, truly God and truly man. This formula directly challenges every false claim of divinity by any human institution, state, church, cult, school, or human assembly. Christ alone is both God and man, the unique link between heaven and earth. All human power is therefore derivative. Christ alone can announce that all power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Matthew chapter 28, verse 18. Historically, the Chalcedonian Creed is therefore the foundation of Western liberty, for it sets limits on all authoritarian human institutions by acknowledging the validity of the claims of the one who is the source of true human freedom. Galatians chapter 5, verse 1. The Chalcedon Foundation publishes books under its own name and that of Ross House Books. It produces 2 newsletters, Arise and Build and the Chalcedon Report, both bi-monthly. Extensive archives of more than half a century of publishing are available on its website. All gifts to Chalcedon are tax-deductible. For a complimentary trial subscription or information on other book titles, please contact Chalcedon, Box 158, Vallecito, California, 95251, USA, www.chalcedon.edu.